My clock actually just hit noon, so I think we will go ahead and get started. We might have some more people chiming in as we go along. But let's see. If you can, please mute on your end unless you have questions so that we can minimize the background noise. And I'd like to welcome you all to our November 3rd Thursday training. So I'm Heidi Garvin. I'm Grow Nebraska's Program Services Coordinator, and part of my job is to facilitate training opportunities like these. So for those of you who don't know, Grow Nebraska is a nonprofit focused on helping you to make a sustainable living in anywhere Nebraska. And we do this through promotion, market access, and educational opportunities like this. If you have any questions about Grow Nebraska or membership, I will be sending out my contact information after the call. Just let me know. Today's Third Thursday training would not be possible without help from our wonderful sponsors. And this month's training is actually sponsored by Constant Contact. So we are thankful for their support. And we are also thankful for the support of the Department of Economic Development, who we are excited to have Nisha Avey with us from the DED to talk to us about the Talent and Innovation Initiative. So, Nisha, I'll let you take it away.
Thank you, Heidi. Hi, I'm Nisha Avey, and I work for the Department of Economic Development. And part of my job as a business innovation consultant is to assist in the administration of the Talent and Innovation Initiative. And so I just kind of go over the different parts of it with you guys and talk about the programs that we have. And when I'm done, if you have questions for me, that'd be awesome. So during the 102nd legislature in Nebraska, which was in 2011, Governor Heineman prioritized a four-part legislative package aimed at advancing business innovation and strengthening workforce recruitment in Nebraska. I think he saw a need for some new innovative ideas, new innovative startups, and also, as if you guys are business owners, you're probably aware, making sure we keep talent in Nebraska. So this was the plan. There are a few different types of funding opportunities and educational opportunities that were discussed in the plan, and it was up to our department to determine how to administer those ideas and create programs out of those. So we kind of separate them into phases of business development, and we're going to start with the planning phase. And there's a few different programs that can touch on that planning phase. We have the Icehouse Entrepreneurship program, and what that is it's an online learning program, and it's designed to engage participants in the fundamental aspects of entrepreneurship, which the people who created this program, in conjunction with the Kauffman Foundation, they found what all entrepreneurs actually have in common is not money, education, a skill set. It's actually a mindset. And so they did their research and they delved into it, and they interviewed thousands of entrepreneurs to identify the key mindset ideologies that those entrepreneurs had. And so the Icehouse Entrepreneurship program is a service we can offer. We offer an 8-week online course. All the materials are offered online, and we get together for discussion calls biweekly. And I actually I facilitate the class, so I get to kind of be a teacher. And we have applications that we can put 15 students through a year at no charge to the student. And we administer the program kind of on a I don't know if you want to call it a term basis, with spring, summer, and winter classes. And if I have enough students, we'll throw a fall one in there as well. And so I have planned to start the next class sometime in January of next year. If you're interested in that, you can shoot me an email or reach out to me. And if you're interested in learning more about that class, you can go to whoownstheicehouse.com. Then we have a little more technical of a program. It's the SBIR STTR Phase 0 program. And what that is, it's a planning grant that can help a business that's interested in applying for a federal SBIR, which stands for Small Business Innovation Research Program. And there's 11 different federal agencies that administer this program. It's a way of getting federal dollars to small businesses, and that's specifically the function of the program. They put out proposals, all 11 agencies, on a rotating basis. Some agencies it's twice a year, some agencies it's once a year, for innovations, things that they need. And if you as a company can provide that, can match their need, you can apply for their grant. Now, their grant process is much, much harder than our state grant process. So we offer an up to $5,000 grant to help you hire a grant writer, someone to review your grant proposal. Maybe you have to do a little bit of testing or consult with an expert in that field in order to prepare your proposal, and we can help you pay for that. Our goal with that is that we present award-winning proposals to the federal government so Nebraska small businesses can win those awards, do that research, eventually commercialize those products within our state. We have a program that is a pilot program at this time, which means it may continue and it may not. We're not sure at this moment, but we've had a lot of luck with it. It's the Edward Lowe Economic Gardening Program, and it's targeted at second stage companies. So companies that have moved beyond startup, they're making money in the region of $750,000 to $50 million a year, and have employees between 6 and 99 full-time employees. They're seeing growth, and a lot of times at that stage, at that phase, it can be hard to move past a certain threshold because they're so busy working that they don't have time to do the research to figure out maybe where they could take their sales. Maybe they need to update their sales model. There could be social media, marketing needs that they just don't have time and the money to look at. And so Edward Lowe Economic Gardening can help the company identify some of their barriers to growing to an even bigger company and help them get them the information that can get them past that. If you know of a company that meets those numbers, send them our way. We're offering this service for up to 5 companies per year so far this year. We have a couple more spots left, and that's again free to the company. Then we get into our matching grant programs, and this is where a company is going to come in and they're going to have either some investment or their personal investment in the company, and we're going to come in and match that at some rate. With the federal SBIR and STTR, and the STTR is Small Business Tech Transfer Program, if a Nebraska company does win a federal award, we will match that at 65% up to a maximum of $100,000. And so we can match a Phase 1 and or a Phase 2 for a company that wins federal SBIR. And all that's required is the federal funds. They don't have to necessarily out of pocket match anything. One of our more popular programs is the Nebraska Innovation Fund. And we have a seed phase and a pre-seed phase with that program. The pre-seed is what we call the prototype phase. And again, it's for Nebraska small businesses, so no more than 500 employees. And it's for a business that's working on developing a unique product, and they're developing the prototype of their product or a proof of concept of their product. And in that case, we can offer So there's been some changes this year with the legislation surrounding these programs. And one of the changes is that we can offer up to $150,000 grant for that program. However, it's going to be dependent on the project and the project budget. Typically, we're still going to stick with $50,000 grant awards for this program, unless you're working on, we've had $1 million projects come through, and all we could provide was $50,000. That would be the case where we're going to probably look to raising the threshold on those kinds. The nice thing about this project, this program, is that we do require only a 50% match. So people that are applying for $50,000, they do only have to find $25,000 to match our $50,000 funds. Within that program, we do have a set-aside amount of money for value-added agriculture projects. And, of course, this is Nebraska, and it's an ag state. And so we have a certain amount set aside for that program, and the match is only 25% for value-added ag. One of our other matching grant programs is the Academic Research and Development Program. This is, again, open to Nebraska small businesses, and this one is specifically open to businesses working with a Nebraska college or university to develop a new product, to apply research and development, to develop something. You do have to have some of your budget going to the college or university, and that's generally the part we're going to match with this program. This has a Phase 1 and a Phase 2, and the Phase 1 maximum is $100,000, and the Phase 2 is $400,000. This is a one-to-one match, so you're going to have to come in with whatever you're applying for in terms of investment or cash that you're bringing to the project. And also has the value-added agriculture option. If you're working on an agriculture project, you only have to provide a 25% match. One of our, probably our other most popular program is the Intern Nebraska program. And it's also a grant program that provides financial assistance to companies in Nebraska who are creating new internships. And the way this program works is awards may be up to 50% of the cost of an internship on eligible projects, up to $5,000 per internship. There's a little bit of variance in that. It can be up to 75% of the cost, and an additional $2,500 if it's provided to a Pell Grant recipient, the internship. This program has been so popular, they're run separately than the rest of the programs. So all the information is out online at interne.com if you have any questions about that one. The third part of this legislation was the loan programs. So there's a couple different loan options. There's the Nebraska Progress Loan Fund, in which we administer this program. It's primarily targeted at small businesses developing new technology, and the applications do come to us. The minimum amount on these loans is $50,000, and the maximum amount actually goes up to $5 million. The interest rate is variable, but we keep it low, generally 0 to 4%. It's a one-to-one match required by private funds. So if you're working with a bank or if it's private investment, and it's written just like any kind of other loan that you would work with a bank on. But the interest rate is very favorable. The Nebraska Microenterprise Assistance Program, this program runs through us, but it is administered by the companies that apply to administer it. They can provide technical assistance to small businesses, specifically micro enterprises, so 5 or fewer employees, and also micro loans to those businesses. And that can change because it's based on applications, but right now that's administered by Invest Nebraska, Nebraska Enterprise Fund, and REAP. And they can provide small loans generally in the amount of around $50,000, and also technical assistance to the businesses, which can be very helpful when you're such a small business. It's hard to acquire the resources, the products that you need to grow and do some of those technology things, and they can be very helpful with that. And then we have seed capital and angel programs. The other part of our Nebraska Innovation Fund is the commercialization aspect, and that is for businesses with no more than 500 employees, and it's for the purposes of commercializing your prototype. So a lot of times we like to get a company and help them with their prototype and then see them through to this commercialization. It doesn't have to go that way. We can pick up a business at commercialization that we weren't able to help with prototype. But the idea of this is that we can match investments when you're going out for a round of investment up to $500,000. And it does take equity in your company generally. Invest Nebraska actually makes the investment for us, and they see any gains that that investment would give them. And it requires the one-to-one match. So if you're going out for a round of funding and you want $500,000 from us, then you're going out for $100,000 or $1 million in total. And this one also has the 25% match for value-added ag, so that would be a benefit to an agriculture company as well. Also managed by Invest Nebraska is the Angel Sidecar Fund. So this is designed to accelerate private investment in high-growth companies and matches other capital investments from angel funds. And generally, what Invest Nebraska does is match the terms when you're running a seed round. They will match the terms that you've given the other investors. And same goes for this the Angel Sidecar program. And this program is similar to commercialization, but Invest Nebraska gets to choose how they invest the funds, whereas commercialization we choose with their guidance. And then another popular program is the Angel Investment Tax Credit. And this one's really cool because it offers a refundable tax credit to qualified Nebraska investors who are investing in qualified Nebraska businesses. What that means is your business has to get approved or certified as a qualified small business with at least 51% of employees in Nebraska and 25 or fewer employees. So this has been a very popular way to invest in startups. And then the investor also has to get qualified based on mostly being a Nebraska taxpayer. The investment can be a minimum of $25,000 per year, and they can receive an up to 40% refundable tax credit. And typically that's doled out at the beginning of the year. I think we have $3 million to distribute among all the qualified investors. So you do have to get certified so you can get a chunk of that, those tax credits. But that's a pretty good tax credit, and it's, again, refundable. So that means you get it no matter what. So for people that are paying taxes, this is a great way to invest in small business and see a benefit when they're paying their taxes. And so our specific portion, the Business Innovation Act, so that's not talking about Intern Nebraska, Angel Investment Tax Credit, or the Angel Sidecar Fund. everything else that we administer here has awarded over $13 million in grants and investments to over 200 Nebraska businesses since the passing in October 2011. So I think we're just beginning to see the rewards of our investments. We're seeing companies come through and go to commercialization. Maybe they're seeing successful exits where they sell their business to a huge conglomerate, a big business, and making a lot of money and bringing a lot of value to the state. And a lot of those entrepreneurs end up being serial entrepreneurs and starting lots of businesses and creating lots of jobs within Nebraska. And so I think we've had success with that. And so our website is neded.org/TI2. And all of those programs are on there, so you can check out any of them that you have questions on, but I'd be happy to answer questions now as well.
Nisha, this is Heidi.
Hi, Heidi.
Would you recommend if a business wants to get started with one of these programs, should we send them to that website? Should we send them to one of your representatives? I'm assuming normally for Intern NE, I just send them to the website, but
right, yeah. Any of the other programs, you can send to me. You can go to the website. Each program is administered by somebody. Typically there's 3 of us that administer the programs, so it's done by somebody else. But I can get you to whoever you need to talk to, or you can check out the website and it'll tell you who you need to talk to specifically.
Perfect. Are there other questions for Nisha?
I explained it so well.
You did. That's a lot of valuable information there.
Well, and I hope that some of the folks on the line can take advantage of some of the programs. It's great to be able to connect people with the resources that are out there, just waiting for them.
Right. Well, I was going to say, I think we have a lot of resource providers on the line who can also help share this information.
Yes.
So.
Good.
Is there a particular one you're most passionate about, Nisha?
Oh, I really like the Icehouse Entrepreneurship program. It's particularly useful to people who are just kind of wanting to become an entrepreneur and just need something, just need a push, just need some guidance. And I've seen a lot of cool things happen in the program. It's been really fun to do that.
Awesome. Well, are there anybody else? I always have to wait and see if people are still muted and they think crap. So. Perfect.
Okay, great.
Well, thank you so much, Nisha.
Yeah, thank you.
Again, lots of great information, and we will be sending this out. I had a couple of people let me know that they wouldn't be able to attend today, but they wanted the recording that we always do. So we will be sending that out along with a follow-up email to everybody here shortly this afternoon. And again, thank you, Nisha. A big shout-out to one of our sponsors today, Constant Contact, for helping us put on programs like this so we can help you all stay informed about the wonderful programs that are available to Nebraska businesses here. And just a quick plug, Grow Nebraska's Market Tech Conference has been scheduled for April 26th and 27th, 2016, so save the date. Registration opens January 1st. So I hope everybody has a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.